Hello. This is not going to be a dramatic video of I will never stay at Rio again. It is not, oh, they're such terrible, it's so dirty, or anything like that. This is just some issues that Rio has been having and the things that happened to me and to my son, and they refuse to address them or really fix them. So let's get into it. I had two issues when I stayed there, April 17th to the 21st. First issue was on April 18th, and I asked for room service. I left a tip in the tip envelope on my nightstand dresser thing and went out for the day. And as I was passing the maid, I just asked her, can you make sure that, my room gets service? The do not disturb sign was not on, and she said, no problem. So I came back 4 hours later, and the tip envelope was gone and nothing was cleaned. When I returned and nothing was done, I reached out to the Rio rep that had reached out to me on Twitter. I believe he might be part of the marketing team, but I am not sure because I have never actually met him. He's reached out to me a few times, and he actually was the one that upgraded our rooms from the old tower to the new renovated tower, which I did appreciate. But I did want, service done in my room. So when I told him about what happened, he said, okay, I'm so sorry for the inconvenience. As you can see from the messages on Twitter, and he said it would be taken care of. So we went on our way and we went to SmackDown. We came back about midnight, and I walked into the room, and towels had been just placed in my room and nothing had been cleaned, nor was the tip returned or anything like that. I did not expect the tip to be returned, but I did expect my room to be serviced. So I was, upset a little bit because who does that? So I went down to the front desk and I asked for a manager. She was very nice and very apologetic. She removed 2 nights resort fees for that, and also gave me a whole bag of ice because there were no ice machines in the entire hotel working, or so I was told. How do you not have them working? Yes, rooms have fridges. Some do. Some of the fridges don't even work. So they gave me a bag of ice, and I was okay with it, and that's the end of it. He never reached out to me again. So I'm going to have a little bit of an issue right now. So I asked for maid service. As you can see, they did not maid service me. They just dropped off towels. Let's turn the light on. I complained. Of course, nothing was done. Not one thing. I did go down to the front desk. Things like clean my room and things like that is not unusual thing to expect. And they gave me a whole bag of ice because the ice machines do not work. So the second issue I have, I think, is a little bit more serious issue that's going on with the Rio. And I've heard from 4 different people that this has happened now, and it also happened to me in September. So when you're booking a room, they've been giving out a lot of comp offers. There is no way to pay the first night because it's a comped room. So Rio is charging the resort fee as a deposit, except a resort fee is not supposed to be charged until you check in. It is not just added and, they can just do it because they want to. And it's not all the time, it's sometimes. I had 2 different YouTubers tell me that they had that happen to them. Another one told me that they were double charged. So they got charged the resort fee, and then when they checked in, they got charged the resort fee again. That's not cool, and it's something they need to fix. My son booked a room in August. He got a 4-night comp from Rio, and he booked for 2 nights. And then he got charged the resort fee when he booked the room. And I messaged the contact that I have on Twitter and told him, why is this happening? And he told me that it would be forwarded to the proper channels. And that was the last time I heard from him. I called myself, my son called, they acted like this was a normal thing, that they can do this, but they also seemed kind of confused. They're like, oh, we have to charge a deposit. And I'm like, you're supposed to disclose what you're charging. A resort fee is not a deposit. It's a resort fee. That's supposed to be for the amenities at the hotel and charged at check-in. So I proceeded to call Rio back and talk to the AI that answers the phone. The AI that answers the phone is named Rita. And here is the video.
Thanks for calling the Rio. I'm Rita. How can I help you today?
Hi, Rita. Does Rio?
Hello, what can I do for you today?
Does the Rio charge resort fees when you book your room or when you check in?
The resort fee is due upon arrival at check-in. Let me know if you have any other questions about fees or your stay.
I will say that this also happened to me last September. I was charged for 2 nights resort fee and I did get it refunded, and I ended up getting it taken off because it took them over 2 weeks to resolve it. It's just very unprofessional. It seems like they don't know what they're doing or anything. It just seems very haphazard. Also, when I went to the front desk, nobody knew who the person was that was contacting me from Rio's verified account on Twitter. So that's interesting. It just seemed a little bit shady. It seems like maybe a money grab, like they want a deposit. If you want a deposit on something that's comped, then maybe say that. Or maybe don't send out so many comp offers. It seems like they're desperate to get people there, which I understand. They have, improved it so much since 2021 when I last stayed there, but there is so much more that needs to be improved. I just really wanted to give a warning and a heads up to everyone that if you're booking, this might happen to you. And Rio, you need to do better. You need to decide if you're charging a deposit or if you're not. There's not a deposit on a comp room. You can't charge resort fees at booking. It has to be at check-in. And it's actually supposed to be after each night. But, we all know that hotels charge it up front when you check in, which is fine because it's disclosed. Will I stay there again? Yes. Will I go see the Empire Strikes Back parody burlesque? Yes, I will. I just really hope that Rio fixes this issue. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope it's informative. Give it a thumbs up, and until next time.